All right. With that realm clear, we're headed into realm 3. We have the Sinking Valley. More HP for them. We have less resists. Consumables blocked. Enemies have 20% more max HP. Or enemies resist physical damage. I think of these, I think we go with this, with the Sinking Valley. Okay, I like the early shop. That's very nice to see. We'll grab this. Apply 1 bleed to yourself and an ally. More allies stuff. I think we're going to take a hemorrhage here. I'm not sure it's very good, though. It is a passive, so it's not going to clog things up too terribly. We unfortunately can't get to all the things that I want here. I guess getting the second synergy slot, though, early is good, and then we can grab learn a skill and go from there. Those types of dynamics, Annie, are like the best. There are few things better than when you have that kind of like party, I don't know if you call it tension or what, but it's very satisfying. Contains crates, but we have 3 elite zombies. It's a little scary. Well, let's go here and see what we get for our fate. Flame Dash. I'm not too excited. Gain 3 crit and 3 agi. Draw 1 card. Limited. That seems kind of interesting. On turn start, create a random static field that lasts one's turn. Gain 3 critical when you apply shock, plus lightning resist. I don't think that's great. We do have some gambling that we can do here. I want to redraw these once. What is our weapon right now? Our weapons are bad, so we could go for a legendary weapon. We got the Crow Spear. Grants Feral Leap plus... Oh. Seems interesting. We might be able to make something work with that. These weren't doing us much good at all. And so this means every melee attack applies poison. A lot of our attacks are melee, right? Like the pitchfork is... maybe it's only the pitchfork. It's not as good as I hoped it would be. We definitely void Feral Leap. I don't think I want that. We'll give it a try for now. I don't know if it's going to be as good as I thought it was, but now we still have 3 fate. So do any of these look good? I think Dusk Deceivers do, but we have to get our dexterity up to be able to use them quite a bit. How far are we? We are 8 away. I think it's still worth taking them. They're so good. For an extra AP and extra card draw, they're insane. I'm looking for anything that adds dexterity now. Not seeing it, though. Okay. We could also pick up a respec point, but... we can also pick up this talent here and use it to get 4 dexterity, which gets us most of the way there. Okay. Those will just sit idly by for the moment. That encounter looks doable. How bad does this encounter look? Pretty awful. Holy cow. All right, we can't... I don't think we can go down that path. I think we would just die. We got a fate token here. Oh, we do have... do we have a town portal scroll? we can get one. Because then we could go to here, get the 2 fate, and then zip over to here. Or even to here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. That's a plan. Anything else we want to buy? I don't think so. Holy cow. Okay, this is not going to be... This is not going to be great. Well, actually, hold on. Does everything just die to Blood Gush? I think it might. Let's guard up first. Okay, not exactly. Did less damage than I expected it to. So we can do that into that to get nice and tanky. I think we regain some HP. We're going to take a few hits, but it's not too bad. Good luck, Annie. Have a fun time. Get your player characters good. Now this icon here, I think, means that it goes through armor. Maybe? Apparently not. Could improvise once here. I don't think it's worth it, though. I just need another one of those. Oh, that was an early attack there. Did not see that one coming. Let's see. I guess that's not very effective, is it? Gonna improvise because we're just drawing dead here, largely. Okay, that's good. All right, have a good one, Annie. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, this Lich, probably I shouldn't leave it quite this long. I wish it would move them. Yeah, I wish it would move them even though they were going to die. I wish the order of operations on those two would be switched. Would add a lot of utility to movement skills. Okay, everybody has too much armor for me to be able to do much of anything. Bloodlet into Blood Surge. Alright, just wanted to get rid of some things. I know that was probably a waste of SP, but I think we can gain a fair amount back before the fight is over. Yeah, we're not that far behind. Okay, level ups are coming fast and furious. Okay, we're now at 14 decks, and then I want to get to this blood magic one, so we're gonna go this way. Cover HP, another blood surge. I don't see a downside. Blood surge seems insane. It's basically like a big taunt with a heal. Since we have 3 blood surges, we can... I think we can let this go now. We don't need that anymore. And then Arcane Hail has been okay, but not insane. We'll get rid of the block and call that good. Hey, Shen. Thank you. It is good to be back. We're having a bit of a YouTube technical difficulty today. The rumor was YouTube had an outage of some sort earlier, but I got booted off my stream on that side, so it is Twitch only today. And holy cow, is it bright in the background behind me? I guess I should close the window. Give me one moment. But yes, it is very good to be back. All right. We will pray away. Okay, now we'll go here. Gets us up to our 3 fate. Now let's see. I would like to... I think the best we can do is go something like this, then something like that, then something like that. Oh, all right. Cancel everything. Let's I guess we still do the tree on the lower edge. We hope this guy doesn't move anywhere silly. He moved somewhere silly. Rune Merchant. We can still get there. We won't get much out of this this viewpoint. Let's see. Guard on use. Void Rune's not that useful. Greater Rune of Judgment. With increased stat scaling. That is interesting, but it's going to be none of these for us. The Lesser Guard Runes we might be able to work with, but sadly not going to do it for us. Okay, and then that's nothing. This dude is under our sphere of influence, but we can't do anything. All right. And then which one of these fights are we wanting to do? Because we're either going to go here. We don't need the fate from here, but what does this fight look like? Oh, this fight I think is the better fight. So we'll go here. And hopefully we don't get absolutely steamrolled by some spiders. That's a lot of damage for this first round here. Holy cow, actually. The fact that I drew no defense is really not my favorite. Okay, so Blood Surge is good. That will get us part of the way there. I'm not going to bother to grit. We're at full hit points. Yeah, and Vigil pays huge dividends. That's why Vigil was why my armor did not go down there. But shifting this guy up was big money. I wish I could Blood Gush. I think the actual play here is to move up to here. And then we're not going to get the kill there, so I think we just defend up. We're playing a very dodgy game here. It's a shame we didn't get to use Blood Gush there. That would have been juicy, but we do not have the SP generation to make it work. Okay, so this grit is just like haunting me. The great spider shuffle. I don't even know what killed that one there. Pitchfork does not quite have the range. I mean, I could move down. I couldn't move down and blood surge though, so. Two blood surges in the hand. Yeah. We're generating like more defense on turns than we were with Lucius last game. It's kind of insane. Did I just senselessly take damage here? I think I did. Oh, I think Hemorrhage might get the kill on round start. No, Hemorrhage will not get the kill. Oh, we're going to take a hit. Disaster. That's Hemorrhage. That's Hemorrhage firing. Okay, so we have 1 point to spend. We'll grab this blood magic top tier item. Oh, none of these look like what we're looking for. Black Lightning. Deal 19 damage, apply 17 shock, chain 1, rage. Okay. Void Orb. Deal 29 damage to all enemies, plus 2 damage for each bleed stack on each target. Holy cow. Deal 12 damage to all enemies. Apply 12 chill for every fury. I think we roll these. I feel like Bloodlance sounds awesome. Let's see how that works. I don't understand it. I read it and I was like, you can store blood lances, something, but it looks awesome. And we had an extra fate here, which is beautiful. Can I not get all 3 of these? All right, like that's good. Oh my gosh, these boots, this is amazing. This art is amazing. I love these boots. Recover HP equal to 2 times the fury charges. Those seem really good also. Do we have any sellables? Not of any import, it looks like. Because I want to use the Dexterous Deceivers. Yeah, they're so good. And unfortunately, there's no way we're getting to 600 gold. The mirror mail is not, doesn't look great either. Edge of Grace. Grant's Tumble cannot gain guard. Yep, probably won't go with that. Alright, we don't need to spend our fate here because we knew that, because this was... Well, actually, now that I say that, we probably do want to spend our fate here. I wish we could get these with fate. Grants Reflect, +2 guard on strength defense skills, +1 avert every 4 turns, gains 6 thorns. This is still pretty good. What would we be losing? I do like Reinforce. Reinforce has saved our bacon quite a few times. I'm going to switch it up, though. Yeah, I'm going to miss Reinforce quite a bit, but... Is there any way we get... I also don't know if this Crow Spear is working out particularly well for us, so we should look for a replacement for that. But... -1 AP the first time. That's a really good rune. So I'm going to pick those up. The war boots versus the leather sandals. +5 to initiative and shift is pretty good. Now, I just picked up some runes. Grit's already free. We have no movement skills, so those rune purchases may be future-proofing. This doesn't look like we have use for them now, but yeah, I think that's it for here. I think that's the best we can do. Okay, we can go down again. So the plan is going to be something like that, I think. Every time we go down, things get more dangerous, but... Wandering Peddler. Pick him up before we, Awesome. We only have 2, though. I'm not going to spend 400 on another one, but I've also been slacking on supplies. Oh. Ingvar's Reach. Wide Sweep. Wide Swing deals 15 more damage. Recover 2 HP on turn start, +1 melee attack. Might be better than what we have now, honestly. Nullstone? I don't think I've used a Nullstone yet, but that was a very, very lucrative encounter there. 150 gold there, 100 gold there. Difficult terrain and quicksand. That's all negative. So I think we go this way, and then maybe we cut across this way. Yeah. We do have town portal scrolls. What are we missing over here? We could go to a forge. We could do this fight. Town portal over to here. Gain a forge. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay, we may go to the rune marker depending on where it turns up. Okay, we'll probably Void Rune the mana charge off of that, because I don't think we're... in the market. So I'll buy an extra Void Rune. I'm looking for Dex runes, among other things. But they're not materializing. Alright. Not going to get much out of this. And not quite going to make it to the rune cache. Alright, let's do this fight, which will be a little annoying, but hopefully not too bad. Does this just kill everyone? So it's supposed to do 13 times 3, so no, it will kill, I think, no one. But it gets a little close. I would love to secure a kill here, but I guess we should probably save our money. The thorns will do some work. I do find the way that this game treats thorns to be very interesting. Dang, they both just popped a crazy amount of defense. Good job, you two. Nailed it. What are you doing? Oh, swapping my drawn discard pile. I don't think I care, but... This guy's doing nothing now, so I feel like I can let that happen. I'm not sure that's actually bad. Do I care? Okay, so this should be very good for us. I'm not gonna waste the SP. Hopefully I don't regret that. Probably shouldn't have moved here. Oh. Ah, that had guard break on it. Got it. I was like, I did not expect to dispatch them quite so handily. I'm going to grab the decks, because we're still on the hunt to get those working. The extra AP definitely goes here, and we... Oh, I took Malediction there. That was a bit of an error, but if we get the AP, I don't really care. Okay, so we'll do this event after we pick up the cash money. I'll take the 75% good bad. So this must have been bad. Score to succeed. Roll modifier +7. Dang. I was going to say, of course we're going to... Party loses a random inventory item. The Curious of the Salamander. Is that was my old chest piece. Okay. I mean, I can't be too mad about it. And then I'll swap over to here. That's down further. So I think we want to go like this. Okay, well, we'll just skip that one and see where things go. Not seeing anything too interesting here. Should probably stock up on another portal scroll, but... So if I get both of these, can I then make it to here? No, it looks like I can't. So... Figured there was a possibility of that. What can you do? Okay, the jewelry box is better. I canceled out. I meant to dismiss. Man, that's my second bad misclick of this, not this particular game, but generally speaking. Okay, 12 and 12. I drew all my passives. Let's see. Still, we're gonna take a hit, and I still don't understand how Blood Lance works, obviously. But we'll get some healing. Maybe. Okay, we Bloodlet, we Blood Surge to get a bit of healing. Gain a Blood Lance after applying 2 bleed stacks. You can store up to 3 lances, release on the next attack. Oh, I see. Okay, so I have a Blood Lance. It is a floaty thing above my head that is doing crazy stuff. Now, I can't... Okay, well that just did a ton of damage. I think that was the Blood Lance enhancing it. Okay. So we get an extra AP. That is good. And then the 2 stats are over here, which is not great. Is there anything in Malediction we even want? Hemophilia is not bad. We might get something interesting. So I say we dig in a little bit and see. Add burn equal to bleed on target potent. That seems good. All right, Doodle, have a good one. Always a pleasure. Thanks for hanging out, as always. Okay, and we're going for the stat points, I guess. Do I want the healing and the supplies or the forge? I think the forge. Because maybe we can do some interesting things here. We wanted to... Didn't we want to reroll some... Like, we could do one of those, maybe? Hold on. So then, this we have nothing. Trying to think if we have much to gain from... We don't have... We got rid of the wands, which is unfortunate. This probably should just be applied. And this is probably just better. It's slightly less melee attack damage, but... apparently you can't use 2 of those on something. Noted. Not sure I care about the cleave, but maybe the first time we'll use it and it'll be okay. Oh, this was the one that I wanted to re-roll. And that's what we can do here. Hold on. So I've learned my lesson potentially the hard way. So we will remove that before we do any modifications. Roll a red socket is going to cost 3 chromatic shards. I think I just purchased 4. Let's not think too hard about it. Okay. Mistakes were made. There we go. Now here, now we can put the Conviction rune there, which makes Magic Sword a Strength Scaler, which is good for us. And then... we should probably buy some things to upgrade this gold ring. There's no reason not to. Purchase 3 of those. 6 of those. Fire resist is fine. HP on turn start? Recover 3 HP on turn start. Holy cow. I didn't know that was a... I didn't even know that was an option. Did I buy enough? No, I did not. Let's get the boots going. Even though we'll probably just replace them. 1 guard when moving back seems fine. +1 rank to a random move skill in hand. Not terribly useful. Let's get rid of the crow spear. Let's try disenchanting it. I've never tried that before. So do that. We go to enchant. We pick the crow spear. We do that. Remove all enchantments. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Okay, cool. So let's see. We'll do this. We'll do an auger orb here. -1 channel charges. Increase SP gain from playing cards by 6%. That seems very good. And then... I'd love to do these because we're going to be wearing them soon, but I don't think I will. Let's try this one. Grants talent observant. Drives me crazy that then I have to go find out what observant is as a talent. +2 bonus on all event challenges, +4 initiative. Fine. That's good. I like that. Okay, so are we done here now? Well, hold on. There's one other question. These gloves are going to have a red and a blue. That's probably fine. Okay. So, anything else to be done before we head into the final fight here? Is this a one-hander? It is a one-hander. Wow, okay, we gotta find something to put in the other hand, apparently. Scorpion King time. Let's get it done. Or get done in, one of the two. Okay, nobody's attacking, so I think we can just get down to work here. This is potent, which means you only get... Oh, apply... So wait, so we get to use this multiple times. Okay, so let's do that. I don't think it's worth using one there. Okay, so we didn't get our poisoned here, but we did get Blood Lance, which I think is good. I think I need to improvise here because we have failed to draw any of the things that we need to draw. Still. I need cards. Okay, we're not getting any cards apparently. Okay, so he's doing his melee attack, which we love to see. Okay, we get our first Blood Lance. We'll just move him back so we don't have to move. Okay. We really like it when he does that attack, and we can just move him out of the way. He's doing it again. All right. Got another Blood Lance. But then we use them almost immediately, and I'm not sure if we're supposed to be doing something slightly different there. Or if that's... Like, it said you could store up to 3, but we'd have to be, I guess, doing... We have to be doing attacks that generate bleed, but not other things. And then you're going to do Roar, apply 2 days. I don't know if there's any way to get around that, except for just... doing some damage, apparently. Yeah, he's gonna hit us no matter where we are with that. So I think that's fine. I think we have the kill this turn. No problem. Oh, and he's doing our favorite attack again. Nice. All right, that was incredibly smooth. I'm shocked. This solo run Blood Mage is blowing my mind. Lovely. All heroes gain a skill point. All heroes gain a strength, dex, and int. Or in this case, I think it's better to go for the stat point. And I'm going to do the level up before we call it a day. So yeah, so we have 3. Which I'm thinking are going to be these 3. We already have Power Blood. Serrated Bond. Deal 5 damage to self or an ally. Other allies recover 5 HP plus 3 for each bleed. I'm going to roll this one because none of those seem particularly good. Flow of Blood could be interesting. And then for Mastery, status effects through guard is quite nice. How do these improve? Does not count towards max card draw. That's interesting. No longer retains on end of turn. Base value increased by 50%. Stats scale increased by 25. Holy cow. I think it's already insane though. So I think Blood Lance just gets buffed. Now does that put us at enough dex to wear those dang gauntlets? No, we're still 1 short. Holy cow. The investment we're making for these gauntlets is perhaps incorrect. Okay, but that's the level up. And then I'm going to make this decision before I cut the recording. So let's see. All heroes gain that. Enemies have a 33% increased max HP. No campsites. Lay of the land is unknown. Ugh. Oh, germination effects are awful. Route has a higher chance of containing curses. Routes have a higher chance of being difficult to cross. Enemies are 1 level higher. It's going to have to be the Howling Sanctum. But this is where we're going to pick up next time. So that's it for this one.